Good afternoon, everyone. I went and made an amazing peanut butter chocolate fudge. Hi, Erlene. Before I came in here, because it took a little time to do it. And good to see you. It has to set up in the refrigerator for 6 hours or overnight before you can serve it. But I wanted everybody to see what it looks like. It only takes a cup of your chocolate chips, which I used carob chips, a cup of peanut butter, and 3/4 cup of maple syrup. That's all it takes. Then you line a dish with parchment paper so that you can cut it real easily when you get done, because it'll stick to this bowl of your dish if you don't. Don't want to tip it because I'll just put it back a little bit. I don't want to tip it because I don't want it coming out. I just made it over the stove, and I think it really looks really good. I can't taste it yet because I can't cut into it until tomorrow, at least 6 hours from now, which I plan on eating it later. And I'm always looking for good desserts. And this is a simple one to make. I mean, it is as easy as can be. You have, now those that aren't vegan and want to use regular chocolate chips, like semi-chocolate chips, they can. I try to as much as I can. I haven't this week. This will be the first time this week that I have, because I found a Stephen Bohr. If anybody knows about Stephen Bohr, he's got a series going on in the Albany, Oregon church, and I've been periscoping that, which I did. I already periscoped once this morning, and there's one tonight yet, and then there's a few tomorrow, and then Sunday. But anyway, yes, I do. And these are actually all the recipes that I do are vegan, because I don't use the actual chocolate chips. Now, there are people that are not vegan, and if they want to use the actual semi-sweet chocolate chips, or what you buy in the store, like the Hershey's chips or whatever, feel free to do that. But since I'm vegan, I used carob chips, which are really sweet, and I don't have to add any sugar to them. The only sweetener in here is maple syrup. 3/4 a cup of peanut butter, and a cup of chips. And just melt. It's supposed to be in a double boiler. Since I didn't have a double boiler, I thought, yes, it is. Since I didn't have a double boiler, I thought, well, I'll just put it in the pan and just keep stirring it, and it'll come out just fine, because you got to get it real smooth. You got to get all the chips melted, and it worked out great. But you got to make sure when you put it in your dish that you line it with parchment paper, because you're not going to be able to get it out, because it's going to stick to your dish. Let me get some water. And I've had stuff sticking to my dish before, and I'd have to end up throwing it out because it just sat to the bottom of the dish and I couldn't get it out. But this won't. I can't tip it, so I hope you can see it the way it is, because it looks really good. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Hi, Tanisha. Good to see you. And for those of you that, good to see you. And those that follow me and that follow Stephen Bohr, or that like Stephen Bohr, I will be periscoping another one tonight at 7 o'clock Pacific time. And if you're up at that time and they're not real late for you, I know on the East Coast, like in Richard's time, and some of those it's 3 hours, like Earlene, she's 3 hours ahead of me, so she'll be in bed at that time. But some of it be 8 o'clock. Alexis, it's 8 o'clock for her. And other ones, it's 9, 10 o'clock. So if you're up and you want to hear it, then come in, because I'll be periscoping, because they'll be live streaming off the website. So, and I just did one at 11 o'clock my time, so feel free to watch it. But anyway, I want to come in here and do this because I haven't done one this week, and I like doing cooking scopes, and people enjoy my cooking scopes because they learn a lot from them, and I help others, and I learn a lot too. Excuse me, I got something bug in my throat or whatever. And I learn a lot too. And Erlene messaged me and says, Alexa says that my recipes are all brown. That's because I got a sweet tooth, she says. Well, a lot of them are. They're chocolate fudge or whatever or cocoa bars or whatever. I like chocolate. I've got a sweet tooth for chocolate. Hi, Alexis. Good to see you. I made it before I came in here. It's a chocolate. It's a chocolate peanut butter fudge is what it is. Yeah, I sure do. This is all it takes is 1 cup of chocolate chips. Now I know since you're not vegan, Alexis, you can use regular chocolate chips. I used carob. I used a cup of carob chips, a cup of peanut butter, and 3/4 cup of maple syrup, and melted it over the stove until it got nice and smooth, as you can see. Then you take your dish, whatever dish you're going to put it in, and you line it with parchment paper. If you don't line it with parchment paper, you're not going to be able to get it out. This has to sit in the refrigerator for at least 6 hours. 6 hours to overnight before it can even be touched. So I won't be able to touch this until maybe tonight or tomorrow. It'll be a good dessert tomorrow for Sabbath meal. But I wanted everybody to see that this is simple to make. Just 3 ingredients. You know, a cup of peanut butter, a cup of chips, cocoa chips or carob chips, whatever, and 3/4 cup of maple syrup. Yes, it would. I agree. It would be good with ice cream. Yep. My ice cream would make your own. It would be real good. I agree. It would be real good for it. I like sharing with other people, you know, and helping other people. And that's what I want to do is help other people, because I love sharing what I know with other people. Alexis does too. She has scopes every day on cooking. You can follow her if you're not following her, because she's real good at what she does too. Oh, videos keep cutting off. Oh my goodness. That's a shame. So I know Erlene's had problems with my videos cutting off too. And she won't get to the very end, but yet it goes to the end for me, so I don't know. Yeah, I have always had a sweet tooth for chocolate. Maybe too much, because I used to eat a lot of chocolate when I was a child. Well, when I was a child, I got hives from chocolate. But I thought, well, I can eat chocolate, but in just kind of moderation. Even this, you want to eat in moderation. Even though it's carob chips, which are healthy for you, you want to eat it in moderation, because we need to learn how to eat in moderation, not stuff ourselves. Because you stuff yourself, and what good is that going to do? Be right back in the same boat you were. I mean, I've lost all this weight, and I don't want to go back to the same way I was. Yes, just very small meals. I know this is tempting to eat up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take my time with it and eat as little bit of it as I can and stretch it out, because it's easy to do. And I'll probably just post it on Facebook the way it is, and maybe I should wait until it sets up and then I can post it. But this is going to go on Alexis's site. It's going to go on mine. Eventually, I'll put recipes up on Erlene's. I'm not sure when we can do that, but I want to put stuff up on Erlene's as well. And I wanted to ask you, Alexis, since you are in here. You had a scope with cream and jam? Wow, okay, cool. I wanted to ask you, Alexis, Erlene had brought it to my attention this morning. I wanted to order the ice cream maker, but I don't want to have an extra payment for shipping involved. Can it be added to my order, and I just pay for it, and could it be added to the order I already have and shipped out with it? Because I don't really want to order it by itself and then have an extra shipping cost. So would that be possible if I could do that? I would like to be able to do that. I thought I'd ask you. Okay, good. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you. Okay, and I'll go ahead and I will add that to my cart, and you can add it to my order, and I'll pay for it. And I know, because I saw that Erlene's getting it, and I want to get it too, because I do have the Vitamix, but if I have an ice cream maker, that might help a little bit better. Oh, You're welcome, Erlene. I knew that's going to help Erlene too, because she hasn't been getting a lot of sales, and I wanted to help her out too. So if anybody's not following Erlene, she's got a Pampered Chef link on her Facebook page. Go in there and tap on that link, and you can look at the virtual Pampered Chef. You're welcome. Pampered Chef catalog. He's got a lot of wonderful things in it. I've ordered several different things. But at the time, I didn't order the ice cream maker. I didn't think about it, but now when I see how good it is, I've seen Daniel use it because I watched his video on it. I thought, my goodness, that's a good thing to have. Okay, I will. I certainly will. I will order. Yes, I certainly will. I'm going to go on the link that's on her page, and I'll go order it through the catalog there, so she gets credit for it. Exactly. I will do that. He has. Wow, good for him. I mean, he's so young, but he really looked like he was enjoying making that ice cream. That is really cool, you know. That's really good, you know. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Alexis. I really appreciate that, because it saves me, because I don't want to pay for an extra thing of shipping if I don't have to. If I can get it all in one, you know, without having to do it, I would rather do it that way. And good thing you're on here. I would have to message you, but I will go when I get done here. I will go on there, and I will order that, and I will pay for it, and make sure I order it through Arlene's link, and then she'll get credit for it. It'll help her too. So if anybody hasn't ordered through Arlene's link yet, go in there and order, because she's got her party going on. Tomorrow is the last day to order, so you need to get it done right away. Oh, I don't have to do a thing, but I have to pay for it, Alexis. I haven't paid for it yet. I need to pay for it. I mean, I need to do that. So, yeah, Arlene's link. She's going to post Arlene's link, so people can go in there and follow that link, and you can look at the virtual Pampered Chef catalog and go in there and order anything that you might need. I ordered several different things, and I don't know when they'll be coming. I suppose they'll be coming after the party, which is fine, you know, because I've been enjoying my cooking with anyway. So, okay, good, Alexis. Thank you. All right. So, okay, I won't have to do a thing. Thank you. Wonderful. I appreciate that. You know, I really appreciate that. So that saves me, and it'll help Arlene too, because so somebody was rude. I don't know what did they say that they got rude. I missed that, Tanisha. I'll have to probably go back and or look at that again. You get those kind of people all the time. Alexis gets them. You know, you're gonna get them. What can you say? You know. But anyway, I like fixing food. You know, Alexis does. She does it. And it's very rare for her to come on Saturdays. But when she does come on Saturday afternoons, I watch her a little bit. Thank you, Alexis. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I do watch hers when she comes in on Saturdays. And when Bryce did some cooking, that was wonderful when he did that to you. But if you're not following Alexis, follow her, because she comes on every morning. Now, granted, she comes on when I'm still in bed. I mean, she comes on at 3:30 my time, because she's in Georgia and I'm in Oregon, so I don't see her until later. Your fudge never sets right. Well, you're welcome, Alexis. Well, this looks like this will set. Well, the thing of it is, you've got to get it smooth. This I had to get real nice and smooth. As you can see, it's smooth. You don't see any of the chocolate chips or anything. You have to get it real smooth, and leave it sit. You got to leave it sit long enough. That's the trick too. And I mean, I've made fudge before, not this recipe, but other ones, and I didn't. Well, I think I greased the pan or greased the dish, but I didn't put parchment paper in the dish, and I should have put parchment paper, because it stuck and it was completely ruined. And I thought, I'm not going to do that this time. So when I went to Walmart yesterday, I bought me the parchment paper that I can cut off, because the parchment paper I had previously was just for cookie sheets, and I didn't want to use that because they're already pre-cut anyway. I just wanted to get on the roll so that I can cut it to any size I need. Yeah, it is. I know it is, because I've made cookies with parchment paper, and it doesn't stick. That's what's amazing about it. You just set the parchment paper on there, and it doesn't stick to the parchment paper. That's what's good about this. These brownies will not stick to the parchment paper. However, like I said, if I didn't use parchment paper, it would stick to the dish. And what a mess when it starts sticking to the dish. Yes, I believe you can use it in the freezer. I never have, but I'm assuming that you can. You know, with all the recipes I've ever done, I just put them in the refrigerator. Now, I can freeze this, I think, later on, and that's probably what I'll do. Freeze it, what I don't use. You know, use a little bit at a time. Put it in a. As you can see, this is a glass dish. I like to put everything in a glass dish. I think it's a lot better if you use glass versus plastic. You have no leaching problem or anything like that. Use glass whenever possible. And like I said, be sure and line it. I'm old but good. Well, I'm only as old as I feel, and you know something? You're going to get old someday too. You know, you're going to get old too. You know, you don't have to remind me that I'm old. I'm 70 years old. You know, and I can't help that I'm old. You know, but thank you for saying that I'm old but good. You know, I don't feel that old now that I'm on this plant-based diet. You know, but like I said, you're going to get old someday too. You know, but I want to be healthy for everybody. You know, I want to be healthy for God. I want to be healthy just to be healthy. I don't want to be, sickly. I'm doing fine, and how are you? Good to see you. Hi, good to see everybody coming in. And thank you for coming in and sharing this out on Twitter, Facebook, or what have you. I appreciate that very much. As you can see, I made peanut butter chocolate fudge. I don't want to tip it too much because I don't want it coming out. But it has 1 cup of chocolate chips. Now, I use carob chips. However, you have Alexis in here that's not vegan. You have others that are not vegan. Feel free to use their semi-sweet chocolate chips or whatever you want to use. A cup of peanut butter and 3/4 cup of maple syrup. I use the organic maple syrup. And it looks really, really good. And I didn't have a double boiler, so I just melted it over the pot on the stove. And it's really, really good. Oh, wonderful. Hey, I like that because the ice cream scoop I've got is not a Pampered Chef, although it works, but that's wonderful. I'll take it. I mean, very much so. I make it with that ice cream maker. I'm going to need it. Thank you very much for that. Wow. I guess it was worthwhile you coming on here, you know. Something told me I should be doing this. No, they're not Reese's peanut butter cups. I'll show you what I have. This is what I used. I got these through Amazon. Hoosier Hill, but they are carob chips. They're very sweet, though. It's sweetened carob, which is very healthy for you. And you don't have to worry about getting sick. You know what's in it. And I can show you what the chips look like, too. They're all melted in there, but I can show you what they look like in here if I can get this bag open. But they're small. And they taste just like the chips, the semi-sweet chocolate chips you buy. Actually, they're even better yet. See how they are? I'll just throw it up. See, they look real nice, and they're real nice and sweet. And just took a cup of them. And I keep carob on hand for that very reason, because I use a lot of carob chips. I use carob powder as well. Oh, that's Chatfield's carob powder that I use. But carob is from the carob plant, which is an all-natural plant. So I'd rather use that than chocolate. There's some people, like I said, that have not gotten away from chocolate yet. And I can have my chocolate and still be healthy and not worry about it, because chocolate itself is not real good for you. These I happen to get from Amazon, because I'm an Amazon Prime member, so I got them from Amazon. However, you can probably, if you have a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's in your area, maybe not this particular brand do they have, but they may have carob chips in the store or carob powder. You can get it there. But I like Amazon because I get a lot of free shipping, and it comes to me within a day or two, and it saves me the hassle of going downtown to Whole Foods. I made a peanut butter chocolate fudge. This is vegan. I used 1 cup of these carob chips, a cup of peanut butter, and 3/4 cup of maple syrup. It says to use a double boiler. I did not have one, so I just put it in the pot, and I just stirred it continuously until the chocolate chips were all melted and it was nice and smooth. As you can see, it's nice and smooth, and it's going to taste very good. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean, because I grew up on chocolate. I loved chocolate. And that's how I got the hives when I was younger, because I was allergic to it. And I broke out in real big hives on my arms. Well, I usually use the Skippy. I believe... this one, all natural. This is the one I normally use. This one I really like. It's really, really good. So whatever peanut butter you have, whether you have organic, you have natural, or whatever, you just, if you have peanut butter that you want to get used up, go ahead and use that. If it's for your, this is just for myself anyway. So, yes, I love this brand. It's very, very good. I mean, I buy this all the time. You know, I did buy some a while back that had honey in it, but I stopped buying the honey because I thought just get the creamy without the honey. Of course, you can get it in crunchy too. But I happen to like Skippy. I used to buy Jif all the time. Well, hi Barnes, good to see you. I made a chocolate chip peanut butter fudge. I used 1 cup of I used carob chips, 1 cup of peanut butter, and 3/4 cup of maple syrup. Organic maple syrup is what I use, all natural. I'll show you what I get. This is actually, it's 100% pure maple syrup. I get this at Walmart. A jug. It looks more authentic. And it lasts a long time, actually. And this is really, really good. It's a darker one. You can get a lighter one. And this is dark, robust taste. But it is really, really good. I really like it. And it's very good flavor. If I make pancakes, I put it on there, you know, or waffles or anything, you know. It's a good sweetener in a lot of the recipes I use. This is what I use. I just opened this up, so I'll have to get another one eventually. But it lasts a long time because you just use it sparingly anyway. But that's it. 3 ingredients. I mean, you know, and it's like Alexa said, and we both have said the same thing. The simpler, the better. I like simple recipes. I don't like to spend hours and hours and hours in the kitchen making something. If I can make something simple, I will do it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I found the recipe for this on allrecipes.com. There's a lot of recipes for desserts, you know, and anything you want to make. And I do believe that's where I found it at. Oh, yes, absolutely. We can make our ice cream healthier. That's exactly right, Erlene. We need to do that. How much is this at Walmart? Offhand, I do not know the price. You'd have to go check it out if you have a Walmart there. Just go check it out. I don't know. But it's real good. I mean, it's 32 fluid ounces, and it lasts a long time because you don't use it every day anyway. But it's really, really good. And I like buying it this way because I don't have to buy it quite as often. So, but you just have to, like I said, offhand, I don't recall the price. I don't put it down in my head exactly what I pay for things, but oh, you need that. Well, if you have Walmart, you can get it there. Yes, allrecipes.com is great. You know, I get on allrecipes.com and I can look for hours for recipes because I'll just start printing one recipe out after another, and I've got a whole long list of recipes that I've printed out that I'll find. And I thought, well, this is something new because I'm always finding new recipes. I love making things and about 15 minutes away. Well, I've got a Whole Foods where I live here in Oregon, in Eugene. But the problem of it is, it's in a part of town that really gets a traffic jam. So I thought, well, I'll just order from Amazon. Why not? If I can order from home and have it sent to me, that's a lot better. Sure, I have to pay for shipping, but I don't have to get in my car and go out and drive and get in all the traffic. You know, it makes it simpler that way. I'm all for doing that. You know, anytime I can is buying things online. I do that all the time. I mean, since I'm an Amazon Prime member, no Whole Foods close. Oh, it's not okay. Well, I have to go a little ways. It's in downtown Eugene, but I figure if I can just avoid the traffic and buy it online or buy it at Amazon, I'm going to do that because I don't want to have to get out in the traffic any more than possible because you know the traffic can get really congested sometimes, and Whole Foods is a busy place anyway. So I would rather just buy it at Amazon. Amazon is probably cheaper in some instances than Whole Foods anyway. Oh, you go once in a while to Whole Foods? Yeah, I figured you did, Erlene. Yeah, if you have one close, it's okay. No volunteer. But no volume. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got the volumes turned up on mine. Can everybody hear me okay? If the volume is too low, let me know. If you can hear me okay, just let me, if you can't hear me, let me know, because, okay, good. Maybe your volume is turned off on your phone. Turn your volume up on your phone or iPad or whatever, or go out and come back in, because, oh, you can hear good. I had to make sure that I had the volume up, because on my Periscope I was doing with Stephen Bohr was on, the volume, I had put my selfie stick on the volume down button and it's turned the volume off, so I had to make sure the volume was all the way up before I started. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, you had to go out. Yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes they'll be talking away, and if you can if you can read lips, that's okay too, but I can't. And I've had that happen in other Periscopes I've gone in too, that they'd be talking, and all of a sudden I'd lose volume. And I'm thinking, well, is it me or is it them? You know, I guess it was probably them that lost volume, you know, but I'm glad you went out and came back in. But what I made is so simple to make. It's very, very easy. Oh, and I want to thank those who gave me super hearts. Thank you for that very much. I didn't pay attention to who gave me the super hearts, but I can see that somebody, oh, it must have been Erlene. Well, thank you for the super hearts. I do appreciate that. Yeah, read lips. Well, yeah, I tried to do that. Believe me, I tried to do that once on a Periscope when the volume went out, and I had no luck. I couldn't do it. So I went out, came back in. There was still no volume. And I thought, well, is it me? I guess it must have been on their end, because they just were having problems. And I did tell this person afterwards, when in one of her Periscopes, that she lost the volume. But she said, yeah, she had deleted it by then, because she realized that her volume was gone. You know, it was there, and then all of a sudden it wasn't anymore. And she was showing how to make something. What is that? I don't know what you... is that fast? Asking who it is? It was a woman that I follow. I follow two Alexises on here. Alexis Can Do, and there's another Alexis that I follow. She's not on here right now, but she was the one that had the problem with the volume on her iPad or iPhone when she gave her Periscope that one day, because she was showing how to make something and her volume went completely out. But I want to make sure that everybody can hear me and that they can see what I made. Yeah, I figured, yeah, it did. And I told her about it afterwards, that she did lose volume. And she said she had deleted it. Oh, does it? Oh, I did not know that. Well, I have an iPhone, so I don't have that problem. But that's what's probably bad about Android. Oh, good. I'm glad you can. The only thing I don't like about it is if somebody tries to phone call you, and Alexis knows what I mean, but you get a phone call, it knocks you off unless you decline the phone call. The only phone calls I've been getting lately are ones I don't want anyway. So, yeah, it happens. But I did a Periscope last night with Stephen Bohr, but I had to delete it because I didn't have, or that was not last night, Wednesday night, because I had no volume on my computer. I don't know, the volume on the computer, the speakers is no good, so I had to go and buy me external speakers. Now it blasts me out of the house. I had to turn the volume down. I started listening to everything. My goodness, I almost have to have a hearing. I was going to burst my eardrum. Had to turn it down a little lower, and it makes it a lot better. They don't have to use headphones now. Everybody can hear it loud and clear, and I'm glad for that. But I thought I was going to come in here and do something else, but I see that I had this recipe in my folder, and I thought, well, I might as well make this. It's simple enough, because it's not going to take me very long to make it, so I can get it made, come in here and show you what I made, and then get my lunch made a little after a little bit, and because I haven't had lunch yet. Well, it's only a little after 1 o'clock here anyway, but I wanted you to see that this is simple to make, very, very simple, and I know anybody can do it. If you have your chocolate chips, and anybody should have chocolate chips on hand, peanut butter. I mean, I'm always buying peanut butter. I use it every day on toast. I love peanut butter on toast and vegan butter. It is so good. I'm sure they're gonna like it. They're really. I mean, it's just a cup of. If you don't have carob chips, your regular chocolate chips and a cup of peanut butter and half and 3/4 cup of maple syrup. That's all it takes. And just put it in, line your dish, like I said, with parchment paper. Make sure you do that first, or it's going to stick. And I had a hard time figuring out which dish this would really fit into. You know, I had one. I thought, well, it's probably not going to fit into that one. So I got this one down. I thought, it almost fills it up. So it makes quite a bit, as you can see. So I'm eating chocolate fudge for a while. But, you know, it's something that I know I'm going to enjoy. I don't have to guess what's in it. I know what I put in it. And I won't get sick on it. Of course, I'm going to eat it in moderation. I'm not going to overeat. You don't want to overeat too much. You know, they say anything you got to eat in moderation. You should not go hog wild on a lot of things, no matter what it is. Yes, it is. You're right. It is much better. Yes, it is much better than chocolate. I have the Chatfield's carob powder that I bought also at Amazon. And I don't need any of that because I've got plenty of it. But I put that in my recipes too. Now, there are recipes, like I said, that's one good thing about recipes. You can take them and tweak them to your liking. Because when they use cocoa powder, I change it and put carob powder in it. Kind of make it my own. Or when they use chocolate chips, I use carob chips. I make it on my own. No, I didn't use marshmallow. I didn't put marshmallow. It didn't call for marshmallow. It just calls for those 3 ingredients that I told you. Yeah, I do too. Because like I said, when I was a child, chocolate was my weakness. Big time. And I still like chocolate. I just don't buy it in the store. Figured if I want a chocolate bar or something, I'll make my own. Make some chocolate like this. Make chocolate fudge. Make my own, and I have my own chocolate. I don't have to worry about it. And I don't have to guess what I put in it. I had to scratch my head and says, now what's in here? 3 ingredients. Simple as can be. And it's ingredients that everybody should have in their pantry. You know, I'm sure Alexis uses maple syrup a lot. I use maple syrup a lot. And I happen to have the carob chips. I'm glad I bought them at Amazon because I had just what I needed. And the peanut butter. I keep peanut butter on hand because I'm always using it on toast and everything. It's simple. Anything that you have on hand, you know, simplified your ingredients, the better. I don't like things complicated. I like things simple because it won't take me as long to make it. I'm not standing over my stove for now because especially in the summertime. If you're like me in the summertime when it gets hot, you don't want to be standing over your stove very long. Yeah, it is. Always on it. Let me turn my fan on just a minute. Getting a little warm, so I had to yeah, you can probably use honey too, but this called for maple syrup. Now, I suppose you could take half maple syrup and half honey and put it in this recipe if you wanted to. But that's one thing about the recipes. You take and tweak them because there are things that you're going to like in your recipes that somebody else might not. They might not eat the same thing yet. Yeah, I know. I don't. Because especially in the summertime, when it's hot outside, I don't want to be standing over my stove for a long time fixing stuff. In fact, in the summertime, I do cooking, but I try to avoid cooking as much as possible on the stove. What are the 3 ingredients? Okay, 1 cup of chocolate chips. I use carob, which I got at Amazon. 1 cup of peanut butter. And this is what I normally use. I didn't for this recipe because I had one I wanted to finish up. But this is what I normally use. 1 cup of peanut butter and 3/4 cup of maple syrup. This is the maple syrup that I use. And I buy this at Amazon. Yes, it might. I didn't think about that. But you know, I like to try recipes the first time and see how I like them. And then I can always tweak them later to my liking. But like I said, that's what's good about them. You can take them and you can make them your way, the way that you like. Since I don't use chocolate chips, carob works fine for me. Others may not use carob. They'll use chocolate chips like Alexis will. If you don't use carob, use that. It'll still taste good. Oh, you've been having problems with Periscope? Well, I hear you, because Periscope it can be problematic at times. I don't know why it is. It can become real glitchy, but I'm glad you're here anyway. I'm glad you're here, you know. And I'll try to hold this up and not try to tip it too much, but you can see it looks real good. Doesn't that look good? It's nice and thick. I have to let it sit in the fridge. I don't put weed in it. I don't use weed. But this is a good snack for everybody. If you have kids in the family, this is a real good snack. Now, I know Erlene could make this, and her son would probably love it because he's probably for chocolate. You know, he's a chocoholic. And if you're like me, you like chocolate, you can't give it up, just go on to carob. You won't have to worry about giving it up because this is vegan. It's vegetable and it's real, real good for you. Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, shake my head. I know what you mean. I don't put wheat in cookies. Oh my goodness. Whoever said that, they don't know me very well. Yes, it sure does. It sure does kill your brain cells. Wow. That person must be on weed. I think that's why they came in here. They're on weed and they're trying to find somebody that puts weed in their food. Well, you won't find it in my recipes. I'll tell you that. I didn't see you come in, Cheryl. Welcome to. If I didn't say hi to you when you came in, I could say hi to everybody that came in, and thank you for sharing this out. Thank you for being here, seeing what I made, because it's going to be simple to make. If you got kids in the family, try to make it and see how they like it. I'm sure that, like I said, Erlene's son Brandon would probably like this. If he likes chocolate, he'll like it. Yeah, you're right. It's weird. It's weird, all right. Yeah. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, it is weird, but Alexis, well, I like to watch her make things now. She's not vegan, but when she makes things, I say, well, how can I turn around and make this vegan? A lot of her recipes, I can turn them and make them vegan. So I do like to watch her periscopes. I watch the replays, which I have to do from today yet, Alexis. I haven't done that, so I'll do that later. But I like to go back and watch her replays and sit there and see, well, I can make that vegan. Oh, you bake and cook all the time. You have 4 grandkids, so see, there you go. I've got 6 grandkids, although I don't have any of them living with me. My daughter-in-law's got 2 kids, and one's 18 or 19, and the other one's 16. So she's cooking a lot for those kids too. So I know how that, when my kids were growing up. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Look at my chocolate chip, peanut butter, fudge. It's 3 ingredients. For those that just came in, if you want to know the ingredients, you can write them down. 3 simple ingredients. 1 cup of chocolate chips, however, I use carob. 1 cup of peanut butter, and 3/4 cup of maple syrup. I use this is the maple syrup I bought at Walmart. And this I know is going to be very good. Now with this recipe, when you put it over the stove, they call for a double boiler, but since I didn't have one, I'll just put it in a pot and just keep stirring it. You've got to stir it till it's real smooth because you want to get those chips melted. Put this in a lined dish with parchment paper because it'll stick otherwise. It has to go in the refrigerator for at least 6 hours to overnight before you can eat it. So I'll be eating this probably tomorrow for dessert in the afternoon, or I probably won't have it for breakfast. But anyway, it's as simple as that. It's a very simple recipe. I mean, not complicated at all. 3 ingredients. You can't go wrong. What you do? I don't drink tea, really. I don't. Yes, carob chips. They are vegan. They're vegan chip. They're better than chocolate chips. I buy these at Amazon, and I do those versus chocolate chips because I still like chocolate. I did as a kid, and I still do. I guess it's just something I can't outgrow, But since I can put carob chips in it, makes it a lot better, and I have carob powder too. Yes, it is. This is Hoosier Hill Farms. They do have different brands. This is the one that I happen to buy. I've got another one in my cupboard that I just purchased. Yes, it is. But the carob chips go a long, long ways, and so does the carob powder because they don't use much of it. A cup of tea probably would be nice, but I don't care for tea too much. Doesn't it though? I'll have to put it in the refrigerator after 6 hours, but I think it really looks good, and I'll probably post this up there after it's been set up so everybody can see what it looks like. I could probably post it the way it is now and just has to set up, but you got to make sure that you use parchment paper. I didn't want to forget that because it'll stick to my container. Even if I put oil in it, oil it and flour it, it's still going to stick. Parchment paper is good that way. It doesn't stick at all. And this parchment paper has markings on it. Oh, that's not even funny. That's not even funny. I guess they're gone. I don't deal with stuff like that. Open up. I don't open up my... You know, I never have. But you know, I could. I'll have to look for recipes for anything with caramel. I'm sure there's probably stuff out there. Somebody had asked me to make something with strawberry, a strawberry pudding. I did find one, I think, on allrecipes.com. I think I printed it out. I'll be making that one of these days. A strawberry chia seed pudding, which sounds really, really good. You know, and I'll be making that. I have made a regular chia seed pudding, but I think a strawberry chia seed would sound good. Well, listen, you can take the recipe and put on it anything that you want. It says maple syrup, but if you don't want to use maple syrup, try pancake syrup. I don't see what difference it makes, because you know you're taking the recipe and making it your own. You don't have to stick with it exactly. I really don't know what the difference between the pancake syrup and the maple syrup is anyway. When I make pancakes, this is what I put on there. Or I can put, I used agave. I have used agave, but I don't use agave now. I'd rather use maple syrup or honey or vanilla. And I get the non-alcoholic vanilla for that. But if you want to use pancake syrup, go right ahead. I don't see what difference it would make. Take the recipe, suit yourself. That's what I've done. Called for chocolate chips. I'm using carob chips. So I basically made it my own. That's what you can do. Make it your own, because recipes are written not specifically for vegans in mind. So they're going to make it the way that they like it. But if anybody wants to make it vegan, which I've done, made this vegan, use carob chips, and you've made it vegan. You know, it's hard to believe that there's vegan chocolate fudge out there, but look, doesn't that look good? I mean, look at how... And just from the chips alone, how chocolatey that is. Looks real rich and decadent to me, and I'll be glad to get into it after it sets up. It really looks good. Oh yeah, it probably is. But you know something? I really never have taken to tea very well. It's an acquired taste. I really never drank tea when I was younger either. As a child, I used to drink coffee. Now I won't drink that anymore because that's got caffeine in it, so I won't drink that, which is also an acquired taste. So I don't drink that either. Basically, all I drink is water. That's basically my liquid of choice is water. I drink a lot of water. I don't drink soda either, because soda isn't good for you. It's not good for your teeth. It's not good for your system. It's got too much sugar in it. You don't want to drink stuff that's got sugar in it. Never liked coffee. Yeah, that's an acquired taste. Believe me. Hi, Damon. Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, it is. Soda is very bad. Oh, sweet tea. Yeah, the sweet tea would be very good. Yes, sweet tea. Oh, yeah, probably you're right. That's right. Yep. Yeah, soda is nasty, you know, and some people can't stop drinking soda. Oh, man. Yeah, you will. And I'm sure he's going to like it. I mean, if anybody likes chocolate, I don't know of anybody that doesn't like chocolate, really. Haven't had soda in 5 years. Well, you know something, when I went on this plant-based diet of mine about a year ago, that's when I stopped drinking it. I was drinking it quite a bit then, but I've stopped drinking it entirely. And I thought, why did I ever drink that stuff in the first place? You know, wasn't good. It's not healthy for you. All the sugar they put in it and stuff, the caffeine. Just get myself a good glass of water and I'm satisfied. I drink water. I have drank flavored water already too, but I think I'd just rather have regular water. Spring water is good too. Yes, yeah, and that's a lot of the reason why I gained weight, because of soda. That, and I would buy a lot of ice cream in the store instead of making my own. Before I had a Vitamix, I didn't make my own. I'd buy it out of the store. Well, I'll never do that again. Soda water, you know, I've never really had soda water. I've had flavored water, you know, like your Aquafina has flavored water. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, spring water is very, very good. I have spring water that I use for my recipes. I buy it at Walmart. I buy it in. I'll show you one I have. This one's almost gone, but I buy this one. This is, I think this is about 50 cents, maybe. It's or not much more than $1, and it's real good because I use this for some of my recipes that call for water, or for soups. Oh, you like pineapple? Oh, that's good. That's good. Or you could be like Leslie Nance and get yourself some CO2 water and put all kinds of stuff in it. Like coconut water, you can put, I've had coconut water with pineapple in it. It is delicious. Yes, you can. Yeah, you sure can. Hi to those just coming in. Yes, it is. It's pretty safe. I drink spring water when I can, though. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Fruit is so good for you. Hi to those coming on. Here is my, well, I can call it vegan peanut butter chocolate fudge because I use carob chips instead of, this is the carob chips I use because I bought them at Amazon, Hoosier Hill Farms. I use those instead of regular chocolate chips. A cup of peanut butter and 3/4 cup of maple syrup. And just stir it on the stove until it gets real smooth. And then put it into a dish lined with parchment paper or you're not going to be able to get it out. And leave it in the refrigerator from 6 hours to overnight and before you can serve it. And it looks really, really good. And it looks delicious. I mean, there's no problem there. I know I'm going to enjoy this, you know. And use glass whenever you can. I think glass is safer for you than plastic. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here in a little bit. I think I got to get my lunch because I'm getting a little hungry. But I thank you all for coming on and sharing this Periscope out. And look for this on YouTube, or not. Well, yeah, I'll put this on YouTube. But I'll also put the recipe and the picture up on Facebook. I think I'll let it set up first, and then I'll put it up on Facebook. It'd be a little bit better. Unless I can do it now. It probably doesn't really matter. But anyway, yeah. Well, you put it in the refrigerator for 6 hours to overnight. I'm not sure. That's the only way you can serve it, though. It has to set up. And I'm not sure if it does since I've never made this before. Oh, God bless you, too. This is the first time I've made this. I found this on allrecipes.com. I go on there quite often and look for recipes. I mean, they've got oodles and oodles of recipes. Anything you name is on there. And I was looking for particularly for desserts, and this one came up, and I printed it out. You're not seeing all the comments lately? Well, that's Periscope probably acting up. You know, sometimes I don't either. I'll go in and watch my replay, and I know comments were there that somebody had made a comment. In fact, one of my Periscopes a while back, I don't remember which one it was, Erlene pointed it out to me. Oh, thank you. Good that you came in here to see my scopes. Erlene had pointed it out to me, and she had blocked the person, I guess, or reported them. There's something about a comment that they had made that the world would be a better place without me in it. And I did not see that comment. Even when I went to watch the replay, it was not there. So sometimes they're not there because I wanted to block that person. I'm going to have to go back and try to find it again. But, you know, you're going to get those kind of mean people. But I think they're getting a little bit better. You know, with the scrolling that we do now with the comments, I think it's a lot better now. Oh, you're not seeing any comments? Oh, well, nothing but... Oh, I sure will. I sure will. And you too. But I think with the scrolling that we do of the comments now, I think it makes it a lot easier. And you can see the comments a lot better now because they've had problems all the comments showing up because when I watch the replays on my Periscopes, hi, good to see you. I watch them on my iPad. Unless I'm charging my phone up at the same time that I watch it. But normally my iPad's got more juice in it than my phone has. So I watch them. Hi, John, good to see you. No, you probably could. But this is just a peanut butter chocolate fudge. Like I said, I put 1 cup of carob chips. Now, those that are not vegan, feel free to use your semi-sweet chocolate chips or sweetened chocolate chips, whatever you want. A cup of peanut butter and 3/4 cup of maple syrup and cook it over the stove. They say a double boiler, but I didn't have it, so I had to improvise. I just put it in the pan and just cooked it in the pan and got it real smooth like it is. You see it. Put it in a dish lined with parchment paper or you're not going to get it out of your pan. Put it in the refrigerator for 6 hours to overnight before you can serve it. And it'll just be good to go. But it looks real good. 3 ingredients. I love these kind of recipes with just three ingredients. Yes, that's what they said. It was. He made a new one. Yeah, it does look good, doesn't it? But 3 ingredients. But you got to remember, use the parchment paper And make sure you sit it in the refrigerator long enough. It has to be sitting there 6 hours to overnight. Probably best overnight. That way you know it's going to be good and done, a good setup. And somebody asked me if it stays soft. Says, I've never made this before. I will find out when I cut into it if it stays soft or not. So I'll have to... yeah, parchment paper is... You got that right. It is everything. Because parchment paper, when I first started using it to make cookies and stuff, I thought, hey, man, this stuff is cool. Because nothing sticks to it, you know, because when it also saves having to clean the baking sheet. I know that sounds bad, but I do enough dishes as it is. If I can avoid cleaning something, putting it in the dishwater to wash it, why not? Parchment paper can be used, and you just throw it away, and you don't have to worry about cleaning your baking sheet. I'm not either. I'm not on here to sell Pampered Chef. Oh my goodness, what the heck? I'm not the Pampered Chef consultant. That was rude and mean to say that. That was very rude. That was very rude and mean. If that was Matthew, I appreciate you coming in here, but don't make rude comments unless you know the truth. You come in here to talk like that. I am not a Pampered Chef consultant. So don't ever say I come in here to sell Pampered Chef. And even if I were a consultant, I was here to sell Pampered Chef. What's it to you anyway? It shouldn't mean anything to you. No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to check that out. I've never seen that. You know, they come up with so much new things nowadays, don't they? You know. But when I started using parchment paper, I thought, man, this stuff is groovy, because I never realized how good it really was. Yeah, doesn't it? Oh, does it? Good. Yeah. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you coming in here and sharing this out and being here for me, because it's because of you that I continue to come in here, continue to share the recipes that I find. And if you've never been on allrecipes.com, go in there and you'll find anything that your heart's content. Now, I'm always looking for vegan recipes since I'm vegan, but they have everything else besides vegan too. Powdered water? No, I haven't. Oh, good. Okay, I'll follow you back. No, I never have. I've never heard of powdered water. Really? Oh, good. Thank you, and I'll follow you back. I've never heard of that. I just use regular water. You know, I drink a lot of water. I'm always filling my water bottle up because constantly I'm drinking lots and lots and lots of water. You know, we need to do that, especially in the summertime. We're getting to the time of year where we're going to get the heat of the day. It's starting to get hot here. It hasn't been yet. We're only going to get 73 today, but we're going to get in the 90s next week. So I'll probably be drinking a lot more water now than I do now. Oh, well, thank you for coming on. I'm glad that you're here. You can learn a lot from my periscopes. They invented water packets instead of water bottles. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, water bottles, yeah, they're not real good because they're plastic, and you shouldn't be drinking out of plastic anyway. Oh, it's like a water. Now, this is what, when I drink out of my smoothies and stuff, I pour my smoothies in here. Now, there's another one in stainless steel that I've got sitting in the living room that I use to drink my water out of. But this stainless steel I bought at Walmart. These are very, very good to have, because I would suggest this over plastic, because plastic is not good. Plastic can leach into your food. You know, stuff can leach out. The plastic can leach out. Oh, you can eat the water pod. Oh my. Oh, no packaging waste. Huh. Well, do you know something? Thank you for coming on and telling me that. I learned something new. That's wonderful. You know, we can learn something new from everybody. We're ought to share with everybody. You know, you're to share with me. I'm to share with you. We learn from each other. And that's what it's all about, is learning from each other. I'll have to check that out. I didn't know there was such a thing. Well, if you're going to drink it, you can drink it and not have any waste. I'm all for that, because believe me, our landfills are filled up enough with waste. You know, the stuff that goes into the landfills can just boggle your mind. It's horrible. So much is out there, and it should not be. People throw things out that, right now, there's certain things that I can't recycle, and there's certain things that I can. It's a new scientific research. Okay. Well, I'm glad they come up with something new, you know. Maybe they'll eventually eliminate plastic bottles, water bottles. They might eventually, and I hope they do eventually. They eliminate them. I'm going to put this lid on here for the fly jumps in here, because I don't like the fact that plastic is bad for your environment. It really is, you know. And you can wash it and wash it and wash it, and it's not really good for the environment, not at all. So I try to stick with glass as much as I can. Well, you know, I live in Oregon, so I don't know if it's banned or not. We sell bottled water here in Oregon, so I know it's not banned here. So, but my suggestion is, instead of drinking bottled water, just buy your spring water and pour it into the stainless steel container and drink it out of that. Oh, plastic? Yes, I don't doubt it, because the landfills are getting so full that they're not cleaning up the landfills. You know. Paper straws are coming to McDonald's. Well, I don't eat at McDonald's anymore, and I suggest that you avoid that at all costs. You shouldn't be eating at McDonald's, but you know, it looks like everybody's getting into the swing of things. They're changing things, the way of doing things. Yeah, birds and fish eat it. It kills them. You know, we want to protect the environment, but you know, putting all this plastic and stuff in the landfills where it flows into the ocean, that's not protecting the environment at all. They have been banned here for quite a while now. Walmart has bags here that you can wash them. They're like you can put them in the washing machine, and they have a bottom on them, and they're like a material, and you can clean them and everything, and they're not plastic, because the plastic bags that they've had are been so bad that they bust right out, and by the time you go to get them in the house, your groceries are on the garage floor. So I started buying these bags. There's about 6 of them I carry in my car, and I just put my groceries in there, and they're a lot better. Oh yeah, you're right. You're better off. If you're better off not to have a disposable, you're right. Avoid everything disposable. For sure, I agree with you there. You know, we're getting a society is disposable everything. You know, it is terrible. You know, it's just crazy. Everything's disposable, and that's why our landfills are so filled up with crap. You know. Oh, you've been using reusable. Well, they haven't banned the plastic bags here. Now, where I live here in Eugene, it's only the Eugene area here where they banned the plastic bags. But other places in Oregon, like Portland, Gresham, and Corvallis, and places like that, and Springfield still use plastic bags. They've been banned here. So when I go to Walmart, you have your own bags, you know, or they'll give you a paper bag. Well, I don't like those either. So that's why I bought the bags I have. You know, it's better. You're better off to have your own bags. Buy them. I've seen a lot of people buy shopping bags, and you can use them in any store. You can go to Fred Meyer, or you could go to Albertsons, or you could go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, or anything, and use those bags. They're reusable. That's what I like about them. Oh, I used to do that all the time. I would recycle all my bags, and I still have some to recycle. But that's a good thing to do, get rid of them. But I don't use them anymore. Each plastic bag. Well, here at Walmart, here in Eugene, I think you pay a nickel for a paper bag. If you want to pay, you don't have any bags for your groceries, you have to pay a nickel for every bag that they use to bag your groceries. And I tell people, you know, if I see somebody that says, well, save your plastic bag. If it doesn't get ruined, use it again so you don't have to buy another one for a nickel. But most people I notice will go into Walmart here, and they'll have their own shopping bags. They won't buy the paper bags there. 15 cents, yeah. You know, it is kind of crazy that they charge for those bags, because I don't think they're paying anything for them, or very little, you know, and I guess they got to make some money on it. I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to discourage people from using those even. You know, they figure if enough people can get people to stop paying 5 cents or 10 cents for those bags, they'll bring their own. They prefer we bring our own. So that's what I always do. Take my own, leave them in the car, put them in the back seat, take them up to the store with me, and I have them use them to bag my groceries in, because they're a lot better. They're better for the environment. 10 cents in California. Oh, you're moving to Washington soon. Oh, getting out of the Bay City. Oh, busy city, yeah. I used to live in Washington. I lived in Vancouver, Washington, which is a real nice area to live. But once I got my divorce, I moved here, and I've been here ever since. I've been here 11 years. Um, yeah, they are. But like I said, they charge 5 cents. So, you know. Oh, Castle Rock. Yeah, I know where that's at. I know that. I've been through Castle Rock. That's a good area, too. Yeah, that's close to Seattle. So I know where that's at. So, but I don't know what they do there. In Washington, I think they still use plastic bags there. So, but it's best to buy your own if you can. That way you can avoid all that. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to go for now because I got to get something to eat because I haven't had my lunch yet. So, thank you for coming in and sharing this out, and thank you for the super hearts, those that gave super hearts. And I hope that you have a great and marvelous day. And those that follow me and follow my religious scopes, I will be coming on tonight at 7 o'clock my time, which is Pacific Coast time, for Stephen Bohr. If you're asleep at that time, you're very welcome. You can feel free to watch the replay because I will keep it up. So just come in there. You'll hear the whistle, and I'll be periscoping off of my computer because I'll go onto the website because they will live stream it from the website. So I'll be doing it then. So until then, I hope you all have a great and marvelous day. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye.